Listen, what I'm about to tell you will probably make you angry at first. You might even think I'm lying, but by the end of this video, you'll realize I just saved you from wasting years of your life. She's still there, still texting, still saying I love you before bed. But here's the psychological truth that will blow your mind. She stopped loving you weeks, maybe even months ago, and there's one behavior that proves it beyond any doubt. A behavior so subtle that 97% of men completely miss it until it's too late. I'll reveal exactly what that is at the 3-minute mark. But here's what's really insane. Right now, as you're watching this, she's doing something that scientists say is the #1 predictor of relationship failure, and you probably think it's a good sign. Stay with me because what I'm about to expose will change everything you thought you knew about love. Your brain wants to see what it hopes for, not what's actually there, and that's exactly why you're missing the signs right in front of you. But here's where it gets disturbing. According to a study from the University of Denver, women emotionally detach an average of 6 months before they physically leave. 6 months. Think about that. She's been planning her exit while you thought everything was fine. I'm going to walk you through the 5 psychological signals that separate real love from what psychologists call relationship inertia. That's when she's only staying because leaving feels harder than staying. And at the 7-minute mark, I'll reveal the one thing she does that means there's absolutely zero chance of saving this. When you see this behavior, it's already over. No exceptions. But first, I need to show you why your instincts are completely backwards on this, and why the thing you think is keeping her close is actually pushing her further away. Let's start with the first sign, the one that's happening right now, and you have no idea. The effort has disappeared. But here's what nobody tells you. Picture this. You're the one planning every date. You initiate every conversation. You remember every detail, while she forgets what you told her yesterday. And here's what makes this absolutely insane. You probably think she's just stressed, busy with work, going through something. But what if I told you that a woman who's truly in love becomes more attentive during stress, not less? That's right. When a woman loves you, you become her safe place during chaos. She runs to you, not away from you. So if she's using stress as an excuse to pull back, here's the psychological reality. You're not her comfort anymore. You've become just another source of stress. Here's what's really happening, and this is going to sound brutal. When a woman loves you, effort isn't effort. It's natural. It's easy. She wants to text you. She wants to plan things. She wants to be part of your world. But when that love fades, every text feels like work. Every date feels like an obligation. Every conversation feels like she's forcing herself to care. Now here's the part that will make you question everything. There's a concept in behavioral psychology called extinction. It's when a behavior that used to be rewarded stops happening because the reward is gone. And right now she's experiencing extinction. Being with you used to feel rewarding. Now it doesn't. And her brain is responding exactly the way science says it should, by shutting down the behavior. But wait. Before you think you know where this is going, there's something even more sinister happening. Something that 9 out of 10 men completely miss, and it's happening in her phone right now. The phone test. This will shock you. Here's a question. When was the last time you saw her phone screen? And I mean really saw it. Her notifications, her messages, her apps. If you're like most men, she's become protective of it lately, angled it away when you're near, takes it with her everywhere, even to the bathroom. Now you might think I'm about to say she's cheating, but that's not where this is going. Here's what's actually more telling, and this is based on research from the Gottman Institute. Look at her response time to you versus her response time to everyone else. She takes hours to reply to you, but watch her fingers fly across that screen when her friend texts. Watch how fast she responds to work emails, to social media comments, to literally anyone who isn't you. Here's the psychological principle at play. It's called selective responsiveness, and it reveals priority with brutal accuracy. Her brain is literally prioritizing everyone else over you. Not consciously, but emotionally. You've dropped to the bottom of her attention hierarchy. But here's what makes this absolutely insane. And this is the part that's going to make you go back and check your messages. If her average response time to you is over 2 hours, but she's active on social media during that time, psychologists say there's a 91% chance she's emotionally checked out. Think I'm exaggerating? Open your chat right now. Look at the timestamps. Look at the pattern. You'll see it. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. But that's not even the worst part. Keep watching because at the 5-minute mark, I'm going to reveal the one phrase she uses that means she's already emotionally left. And you probably heard it this week. The 5 signs she's emotionally gone. Number 5 is the point of no return. Before we continue, hit that like button because what I'm about to reveal has a 96% accuracy rate. According to relationship researchers, these 5 signs have predicted breakups with terrifying precision. And number 5, when you see it, the relationship is already dead. You just don't know it yet. Sign 1. She stopped fighting with you, and that's the worst news possible. You probably think no arguments means things are getting better, that you're finally in a peaceful place. But here's the disturbing truth from the Gottman Institute. Couples who stop arguing don't stop because they found peace. They stop because one person has given up. When a woman loves you, she fights. She cares enough to be angry. She's invested enough to be upset. But when she just says okay to everything, when nothing you do bothers her anymore, that's not maturity, that's emotional death. She's not fighting because she's already accepted that you're not going to change, because she's already planning her exit, because fighting would require her to care, and she doesn't anymore. Relationship researcher Dr. John Gottman calls this stonewalling, and it's one of the 4 horsemen that predict divorce with 94% accuracy. Think about that. When she goes quiet, when she stops engaging, science says your relationship is basically over. Sign to the phrase that reveals everything. Pay attention to this one because you've definitely heard it. Maybe yesterday, maybe this morning. Here's the phrase, whatever you want, or I don't care, or it doesn't matter. Here's why this is so devastating. When someone is invested, they have opinions, they have preferences, they care about how things go. But when investment dies, so does caring. And here's the test. Next time she says, whatever you want, suggest something completely ridiculous, suggest a date idea she would normally hate. If she just agrees without pushback, she's not agreeing because she trusts you. She's agreeing because she's mentally checked out. Sign 3. She stops sharing her inner world with you. This one is subtle but deadly. She used to tell you everything. Her fears, her dreams, her random thoughts at 2 a.m. Now you get surface-level updates. Work was fine. Nothing new. I'm tired. But here's what will make you paranoid. She's still sharing her inner world, just not with you. Her friends know more about her life than you do. Her coworkers hear her real thoughts. She's opening up to everyone except the person she's supposed to be closest to. Why? Because psychologically, we share our inner world with people we trust and value. And when a woman stops confiding in you, it's not because she's become more private. It's because you're no longer in her inner circle. You've been demoted from partner to acquaintance, from confidant to stranger. Sign 4. Your future together has become forbidden territory. This one's brutal. Remember when she used to talk about next year, 5 years from now, that trip you take someday? Now, when you bring up the future, watch what happens. She changes the subject. She gets uncomfortable. She gives vague, non-answers like, let's just see what happens, or I can't think that far ahead. Here's the psychological truth that will keep you up tonight. When a woman sees a future with you, she can't help but talk about it. It's natural. It's automatic. But when she stops seeing that future, even mentioning it feels like lying, so she avoids it completely. And here's the test that reveals everything. Mention a specific future event, something months away, watch her face, watch her body language. If she looks uncomfortable, if she deflects, if she won't commit, here's what her brain is telling her. I won't be with him by then. But none of this compares to sign 5. This is the nuclear option, the point of absolute no return. And if you see this, stop trying to save the relationship. It's already over. Sign 5. She's building a life that doesn't include you. This is it, the final sign, the one that means there's no coming back. She's making major life decisions without you. She's planning trips with friends and not inviting you. She's talking about moving, changing jobs, pursuing goals, and your name never comes up in those plans. But here's what makes this so devastating. She's not excluding you to hurt you. She's excluding you because, in her mind, you're already gone. She's already single. She's already moved on emotionally. If she's at this stage, she's not pulling away. She's already gone. She's just waiting for the right moment to make it official. And here's what nobody tells you. That moment is coming soon. Really soon. The mistake that destroys your last chance. Now here's where 99% of men completely sabotage themselves. And I need you to pay attention because this mistake will confirm every fear she has about you. When you finally realize she's pulling away, your instinct screams at you to do more. More attention, more gifts, more affection, more promises to change. Stop right now. Here's why. There's a psychological principle called reactance theory. When people feel their freedom is threatened, they push back harder. And when you suddenly start love bombing someone who's emotionally checked out, their brain doesn't think, oh, he really cares. Their brain thinks, he's desperate. He's trying to trap me. I need to get out faster. But there's something even more important you need to understand, something that will either save your dignity or waste the next 6 months of your life, and it's coming up right now. The timeline nobody talks about. This will blow your mind. Here's something that's going to make you question your entire relationship history. According to Dr. Helen Fisher, a biological anthropologist who studied thousands of breakups, women make the decision to leave an average of 11 months before they actually do it. 11 months. Think about what that means. For almost a year, she's been planning, testing, preparing, building an exit strategy, all while saying, I love you, all while sleeping next to you, all while pretending everything is normal. And here's the question that should terrify you. Where are you in her 11-month timeline? Month 3? Month 8? Month 10? Because if you're seeing multiple signs from this video, you're probably close to the end. Really close. But there's one more thing you need to know. One final truth that will either set you free or keep you trapped in denial. And it's the hardest truth of all. The final truth. Can you handle this? Here's what nobody wants to admit. When a woman has emotionally detached, the relationship isn't dying. It's already dead. You're just still trying to revive a corpse. And here's the brutal psychological reality from the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships. Once emotional detachment reaches the cognitive separation phase I mentioned earlier, the success rate of reconciliation is less than 3%. 3%. Think about those odds. You have a better chance of winning a poker hand than saving a relationship where she's already mentally moved on. But here's what makes this even more devastating, and this is going to sting. The reason most men can't let go isn't because the relationship is so great, it's because their ego can't handle being the one who was left. So they hold on, they bargain, they negotiate, they become a shell of themselves chasing someone who's already gone. Don't beg, don't negotiate, don't try to convince her she's wrong, just accept it. Thank her for being honest and walk away with your self-respect intact. Because here's what research shows. The way you handle rejection determines how quickly you heal and how likely you are to find something better. But most men don't do this. They cling, they chase. They torture themselves for months trying to win back someone who's already moved on. And in the process, they become exactly the kind of man she was right to leave. Right word, thank you. If you love this video,